What's up, everybody? So, back with another episode, I guess, if you want to call it. I got a gentleman here that I've met. I've known him for about 3.5 months, I guess now. Started with one of our agency partners who we'll have on eventually. But this gentleman has been crushing it. He's worked the mortgage leads, he's worked the IUL leads. I think we found his sauce now. We're
Right.
getting him up and running. But I want to welcome to the stage today my brother Christian, man. Thank you so much for hopping on today, bro.
Of course, I'm truly blessed for you to invite me on here. I love
Yeah,
it.
for sure, bro. Well, we're gonna make this about the agents for sure. But before we do that, can you give the people just a little background, bro? Like, how did you get into the financial services space? You can share as much or as least as you like, but in terms of just like, how did we end up right here?
Yeah, so I started, I'd say about at the beginning of the year in January. I really got put on. We were just working final expense, really just like veteran leads, really quick sales, just pushing a lot of final expense. And then once we transitioned over, we were trying to look for more stickier products because we were dealing with a lot of chargebacks, whatnot. So that's when we were looking towards like mortgage protection, just things that would actually stick with people that actually are tied to something. And I didn't see too much success with the mortgage protection. It's a different type of sale, selling out of fear, selling like they're going to lose what they've been spending their whole life on. But I really feel like the IULs really was the switch because it's more of selling of a luxury item, selling something that people do want. And it's been honestly, I'm about to be on a year the next month. So I've been blessed to been in here for a year, survived the first year, and I'm really, really ready to move forward and just improve.
Yeah, no, 100%, bro. You touched on a few things that I think is important. First of all, I didn't even know you've only been doing this for a year, so
Yeah.
kudos to you, bro. But before we hop into the IUL thing, can you walk through agents like your progression and thought process through it? I like what you said about the chargebacks. You did the mortgage, but can you say I'm an agent and I'm like, yo, Kirsten, I kind of am on that same journey. I'm at final expense, but I want to get to mortgage, or I'm at mortgage and I want to get to, advanced market IUL. If you were speaking to yourself 8 months ago, what would you say to that person?
I'd say I was always just scared because I never understood what an IUL was and I never understood the exactly how they worked. So when I saw people who I was influenced, I saw everyone dropping those big premium amounts and I'm like, damn, I really want to be like that. And it really was just really understanding what an IUL is, what the client is hoping to do, and trying to make it sure that they can accomplish that goal that they're really interested in. Because I feel like an IUL is something that a lot of people do desire, of course, but only a select few can actually really get approved for it. And a lot of people, they do deal with some pretty terrible brokers. You can see like they have an improperly structured one and just making sure the client is set up well as, of course. But I feel definitely I wish I would have jumped on them a little bit sooner, moving away from final expense because a lot of people are crawling out of a hole because it's final expense. It's some 60, 70-year-old person who really doesn't care too much about the coverage. It's not really going to benefit their future at all. It's really just leaving behind a legacy. And an IUL does that and so much more. And speaking with a lot of qualified clients, so people who do have the income to actually fund it properly, people who do see the value in it, it's not like you're forcing them into a sale. It's something that they want, and you're just the guy that sets it up for them.